Oh man.
Welcome back to you. Welcome back to all of our viewers.
Bro, I know where those 19 pounds fell off from. Your beard's gone.
Yeah, had to chop the old bananas.
Alright, man. Why don't you give us a quick recap while I send out some invites? Last week was a ditto.
Me. Okay, thank you. Okay, so last episode, I don't feel right saying heroes, our guys and girl, they're in the forest, I guess, and then they come up, and then the dreadful, terrible rainstorms come. And I guess in Pokemon World, rain is very damaging, which would make sense why there's water Pokemon, because they run like hell, like as if they're gonna die, and run right into this person's house. Big house. Everybody seems to have big houses here. And they run into Duplina, who is a Ditto trainer, and she is copying Ash, and challenges him, or I don't know if he challenges her, one of the two, into a Pokemon battle. And then what happens? Her Ditto turns into Bulbasaur, or when Ash throws out Bulbasaur, and her Ditto turns into Bulbasaur, and then she owns his Bulbasaur. So then Ash goes into a existential crisis, and not understanding how his real Bulbasaur lost to a fake Ditto Bulbasaur, and so Brock tells him that you actually have to use knowledge in Pokemon fighting, which is a new way of thinking for Ash, for sure. So, what happens? She tells him the backstory of Ditto and how they used to put on a show, and Ditto would transform into all the Pokemon that the trainers that would come by would bring, but he could never get the eyes right. He'd always have those little black beady eyes. And so, Ditto, when everyone would laugh at him, he'd get so mad that he'd explode. And
explode!
Just like an electrode.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag electrode life. And then Team Rocket steals Ditto. I might be skipping something, I don't remember. But Team Rocket steals Ditto, trying to get him to transform into Dratini, because Dratini is a rare Pokemon and they want to bring him to the boss. Like the boss would never ever find out it's a Ditto. And they actually teach Ditto to transform without the beady eyes. I think he gets the eyes right. And then later, Duplina thanks them, and they try to steal Ditto, leaving Meowth with them, and Ditto turning into a Meowth. And then there's like a little battle, if I remember correctly.
Little
like Pikachu electrocutes
small
little battle.
Small B.
A small, yeah. Yeah, I think Pikachu
Tasha!
and Ditto.
Does that mean Levi's here too? Hey Levi!
Hey, Tasha! Yep.
We're just kind of going over last episode.
Team Rocket goes blasting off. Yep.
Per usual.
Team Rocket goes blasting off again. And Ditto learned how to transform correctly, and Duplina loves her Ditto more now.
And they all lived happily ever after.
If you ask me, though, I actually prefer Ditto with his little beady eyes. That's just me.
Same.
I mean, he can still use the moves of the other Pokemon. Why does he have to look exactly like them? Yeah.
It would have made him
He
unique.
copy their moves.
Now he's just conforming.
Exactly. Yeah.
Alright, welcome everyone. Thank y'all for y'all watching on YouTube. Appreciate it. You're gonna notice that we're gonna talk right now. When it cuts to the intro, it's gonna cut right back. Oh, it's just Tasha. Hey Tasha. Just ignore me rambling real quick. I have to do the spiel every time. so there's like no copyright. After the intro, you'll see us cut right back, and that's because we can't show the whole thing on YouTube. We can show bits, clips, highlights, but not the whole thing. Even if we talk over it, copyright's funny like that. But when we come back, you'll see us give another synopsis, what we liked, didn't like, the new encounters we got, and we'll jump into another segment, Nothing's Ever Good Enough, where we dissect the evolutionary line.
Well put.
Well said.
Well said.
All right, man. How you feeling, dude?
I'm pretty exhausted, actually.
What
What
shirt you have on today? Ninja Turtles?
Oh yeah. Turtles. What shirt do you have on today?
No, this is just a fur coat.
Fur coat. You just the animal kind of put it all together into a coat.
Yeah.
It's the best thing to do with those wild animals.
So Tasha, do you know anything about Pokemon? We're killing some time. Give Levi a chance to catch up. And you got any plans this week, Brian?
I don't know. I feel like I'm far behind on a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah.
I'm just right now. My training is tampering down, so I'm just happy if that's the case. Probably my only plans are to sleep a lot, eat really well, and get my body in peak condition. With so that I can have really nice buns and thighs.
Buns and thighs. And socks and boots. Oh, and socks and pants. Or what is it?
Socks and
socks and boots and no.
Boots and pants.
Boots and pants and
boots
boots
and
and pants.
Is that a Siri beatbox? Is that what you're going for?
I don't know. I've heard it somewhere. I'm not sure where it's from. And boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
Yeah. What are you doing this weekend?
What am I doing? I definitely have stuff planned. What am I doing? It escapes me, bro. I know my brother's involved somehow. In some way.
In some way. Well, it sounds like a good plan if Jack's involved.
Right.
Whatever happened to Fire Zombie?
I don't know, bro. He's on MIA. Even in like the group chat we all have, MIA there.
It can only mean one thing. That he's doing his thing.
The fire zombies have caught up to him. He warned us it was not a good idea to light them on fire.
Must have done that.
Man, I'm kind of wondering where's Lethal Squirts too.
Oh, Stephanie said she's trying to watch it, but it keeps freezing.
Stephanie!
Ooh.
Hurry, give her the link again.
Oh, she has a link. I don't have to send it again. It's the same link. Just the Banana Beard Bros Twitch. Anyways.
You should ask her, is she using the app or a browser?
Are you using the app or the browser? Question mark.
What do you remember from this episode? Pikachu's goodbye.
Oh, so this is the episode where they run into a horde of Pikachu in the wild. And Ash does the same thing he did with Butterfree, where he's just like, oh, you're better off living with Pikachus than with me. And then he's like, bye, Pikachu. And he tries to leave him, even though Pikachu doesn't want to stay.
Sounds
I
like
think that's what
classic
happens.
toxic Ash.
Classic Ash. Even his favorite, best Pokemon is just like Victor said, I don't like this toy anymore.
Yeah.
At least that's what I remember. It's been a long time. Do you remember anything from this episode?
Nothing. Not a single
Nothing.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready, bro? You ready to get this thing started?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Two best friends watching Pokemon. Let's go. All right, man. What'd you think? Or
It was a very cute episode.
yeah.
I mean, I think you're right. They said Pikachus were a little over the top with how often they were talking.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a cute little episode. I really loved the music and yeah, pretty for an episode with no battles.
And the
I kind of enjoyed this episode.
The montage.
I love montages, so yeah, that's definitely gonna be my favorite part of the episode.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for staying with us. We're here. If you're on YouTube, we're right back. Let's give a quick synopsis. Our heroes are traveling through the forest, and they take shelter by a waterfall, where Pikachu sees a wild Pikachu. Pikachu gives chase into a clearing where he finds a whole horde of Pikachus. And by the feel and vibe of it, this is like a secret society of Pikachus. Very cultish with their own rituals and moonlight rituals and dances and chanting.
They're deep into the jungle,
Yeah.
or forest.
So when Pikachu finds them, they kind of scatter. And they come back when they realize Pikachu's trustworthy. However, when Ash tries to join the party, they just run away, and they don't come back until a Pikachu scout was sent to spy on them. However, this scout fell off a branch, or the branch broke, and the Pikachu fell into a roaring river heading towards the waterfall.
Can I cut in for a second here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that you said scout, as a former Eagle Scout myself, it really bothered me that Ash and Misty and Brock were making their fire with no fire pit. They literally just put the fire right on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
No rocks around it, no hole, just right on the floor where it could just light everything on fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a gripe I had. Right, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah.
Here,
Freaking 10-year-olds in their pyromaniac ways.
Exactly. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And Ash's Pikachu thought he'd rescue it by also jumping into the roaring river, and also is on his way to drown towards the waterfall also. Ash and Misty and all them refuse to use any Pokemon and give chase towards the river, where the two Pikachu are saved by the Pikachus linking together like the monkey chains and grabbing them. After that, it shows them doing their first midnight full moon ritual, where they stare at the sky and chant in unison.
Well, they also celebrated Pikachu's heroism, because there's nothing more heroic than if someone's gonna die, to die with them.
Yeah. Pikachu was gonna die in camaraderie with that wild Pikachu, and it was celebrated for it.
Exactly.
In the middle of the night, Team Rocket attacks. captures all the Pikachu in a big net, and then captures the train. When Ash, Misty, and Brock show up to help, they capture them too in a net. They take off. The Pikachu's gnaw through the net. Everyone jumps to safety. Team Rocket goes blasting off again. Ash, in celebration of defeating Team Rocket, decides to abandon Pikachu and decides he'd be better off amongst the wild Pikachu. Where, in fact, his first encounter with this cult, his Pikachu almost dies. But whatever.
But whatever.
Ash tells Pikachu goodbye and runs about 10 feet and is surprised to see Pikachu standing behind him, still waiting. They gave the montage and Ash decides not to abandon Pikachu after all.
Oh man. Very well said. You're much better at recapping than me. Okay.
I feel like I hit some key points.
I feel like I have no idea where you stand on with this episode. I have no idea where you stand with it.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
This episode is slightly above average for me. There is no battle, like you said, and usually the episodes, I feel like, with no battling, like sometimes can be a little stronger, but this was not the case. I feel like this was kind of like a marketing episode for Pikachu. A lot of the stuff they did to make Pikachu cute was kind of cringy to me. Like, these Pikachus were so off in the forest. Even Brock is like, they probably had little to no interaction with mankind, you know? Yet they greet with a handshake. When someone does something good, they give the old hip hip hurrah. They chant at the moon. Like, these Pikachu have developed a culture, you know, that's very human-like. So I would say some of the things that do make it strong, though, is they were able to show Pikachu bonding with other Pikachus very well, you know. It did feel very natural and not forced. But things like that river scene probably should have been cut out. There was no reason to have it, and there was no reason for Pikachu to jump in. There was no reason. Oh! Hey!
That's my mama.
Mm-hmm.
Bless you, Brian.
Bless you, Brian.
Oh, because I sneezed.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're a good mom.
The best.
So good. The best mom.
Mm-hmm. You guys are super cute. No, you're cute. Oh, shucks.
You're so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute as mommy. You're so cute.
But
we're grown ups, Mom. We're not cute
Yeah.
anymore. We're manly.
Mm.
We're hot.
We're hot.
We're sexy. Not cute.
Yeah, we're.
Word.
So.
So
Okay.
you're saying-
So
you're
the
saying
river.
Yeah.
The river part could have been cut off. Yeah, hot tamales. Is she talking
Yeah.
the candy or like actual like
There's a candy called
tamales?
tamales.
Yeah, literally called hot tamales.
Oh, they're like they look like red pills, right?
Yeah, they're cinnamon.
Ugh,
The real
gross.
stuff, yes. Okay, but some other things I did. This is an episode 2 where Team Rocket was completely in the way. no need for Team Rocket there. They could have, while building a culture for these Pikachus, they could have had like a hierarchy issue, you know, or an Alpha Pikachu or an Alpha Raichu who was treating the Pikachus bad, you know. They could have done some other stuff with this episode to create conflict without a Pokemon battle necessarily, and without Team Rocket having sucked up like 20 minutes to accomplish nothing. I do, without there being a Pichu, I do appreciate the artists like rendering different sizes, you know, of Pikachus to differentiate, since, you know, like you can't really tell them apart otherwise. But in this episode too, you know, they're supposed to be mice or mouses, you know, but they kind of act more like wild cats, you know, in a way. The way they move together, you know, eat together like stray cats do, climb up trees. Like, that's not really a mouse characteristic so much, you know. The open fields, you know. But what do you think, dude?
Well, I'll actually have to disagree with you on Team Rocket. I thought they were perfect in this episode. I think they were. I was gonna say they didn't take that much time. They just took most of the climax. And to tell you the truth, when they went up with the Neta Pikachu and the Pikachu were jumping, that was super nostalgic. I didn't realize, like, I remembered that I had that scene hidden somewhere in my brain. And you were even saying, like, oh, I know exactly what's going to happen now.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh my gosh, yeah, this is very nostalgic. I remember this. I think Team Rocket was true to themselves. I think their scene was well done. As far as the Pikachu culture, when Pikachu first ran into the group of Pikachu, I feel like something more could have been done other than, oh, the baby Pikachu trusts this Pikachu, so now all of us trust it. Maybe Pikachu could have done something to prove he was trustworthy. What that could be, maybe a wild Pokemon comes and attacks the group of Pikachu, and Pikachu comes, you know, and thunderbolts the crap out of it or something like that. I think that would have been a better way to show that they could trust this Pikachu. And if you wanted to throw out, I didn't have a problem with the river scene, but if you wanted to throw out that river scene, I think you'd have to put in another scene where all the Pikachu are working together to do something. What that would be, I'm not entirely sure. Do you have any ideas about that? Or?
No, I was gonna say, like, this is really weird though in the world of Pokemon. Like, so a mouse's like natural predators are like birds, you know. Mm-hmm. But in this Pokemon world, birds are like weak to electricity.
Yeah.
You know, I guess like like a cat. I guess like they could have been attacked by some Persians maybe, or Meowths.
Yeah. So.
Or no, we have to go by weakness, right? It have to be like a ground Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. It could, I mean, it wouldn't have to be a ground Pokemon. It could be just a neutral, like a grass type, like a big poison type or something like that, you know? But, so that would be when they trust Pikachu. But then, obviously, they also wanted to have a scene where all the Pikachu work together to accomplish something. What they used for this show was Pikachu falling down a waterfall and then doing the hang on monkeys thing. To have a scene where all the Pikachu are working together, you'd have to do something a little different. I don't know if it's maybe they're building a place for them to sleep, or I don't know, something that they do together as a community. I'm not exactly sure what they would have done.
I mean, I feel like, has Pikachu done that linking thing before?
No.
No?
I don't think so. Not that I remember.
I feel like if they were to keep the river scene, like, Pikachu could have been the hero if maybe, like, it showed him, like, with the other Pikachus, like explaining, like, grab onto my tail, you know, and I'll jump. You grab his tail, you know, and it was like Pikachu's idea, you know, to form the chain. You know, then Pikachu would have been the hero, rightfully so. You know, another group activity for mice is like maybe what do mice do? Like scavenge? Like maybe there's a food shortage in the forest, you know, and these Pokemon are wild, you know, and maybe like things, maybe with like Brock's nature expertise is able to track down like a new field or something, or clearing that Pikachu could inhabit that has food again, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely a route they could have taken. I honestly feel like the route they took was great. Like I thought this was a pretty good episode. I think, yeah, they definitely were pulling some strings, trying to do everything possible to make Pikachu super cute and to give him lots of camera time and all of that. And I mean, they could have cut back a little bit on that, but I still feel like that's a little bit of nitpicking on my side. And then there's the whole scene, right, where Ash is struggling with Brock's comment that Pikachu is happy there and that he would be, you know, that he'd be, I don't even remember what Brock's words were, but in my mind he said something like, oh, Pikachu would be way better off here than with you, Ash.
Yeah.
You suck. Something like that. And so Ash is pondering about it and, you know, trying not to let on that he's having this crisis in his mind. And this whole dinner with him, Misty, and Brock was done really well. And when he finally decides to leave Pikachu, well, Pikachu jumps to him from Team Rocket's balloon, and then he jumps off of his shoulder to go see the group. And I think that's like where it confirms, like, okay, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna leave Pikachu. He's better off here. And he runs off, and I love montages. I love 80s ballads. I just love that entire scene of Ash remembering all his moments with Pikachu and just a like ballad about friends. Great. I don't know what Pikachu standing on top of the hill and his shadow showing behind the sun, how that changes anything. But oh well. I liked it. I really liked this episode. It was cute. I think as time went on, I liked it a little bit more. I think it was kind of a weak start, and it got a little bit better as it went on, at least for me.
You know, like you mentioned that one part reminds me, I was going to tell you what Ash did. So when Pikachu jumps out of the balloon and jumps on Ash, and he immediately goes to his friend, and that's when like Ash like kind of like decided like, okay, I'm gonna do this now, you know, like I'm gonna leave it. That's actually a classic narcissist move that I have been suspecting Ash of being. So narcissists thrive on codependencies, more so, and the codependencies aren't so much as they are parasitic. Like narcissists love to be dependent on, right? And once
sounds like my dad.
Yeah, and once their partner or whoever it is that this narcissist has latched onto begins showing signs of independence, a classic narcissist move is to cut them off immediately, just cold heart, like just cut them loose.
I don't need you, right?
Yeah, and from that point on, they move to another person, you know, that is weak-minded, that they could manipulate into a
or the one that's been
situation.
independent comes crawling back, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think
that's probably more common.
If they are truly codependent, like people like get, I'm not saying like addicted to that kind of treatment, you know, but they get used to a routine, they get used to a person, and they develop needs that other people unrealistic needs that other people can't meet. While a narcissist, when grooming a person, you know, hermits them and spends an unhealthy amount of time with them. Now, when another person tries to give this person a healthy relationship or friendship, it's not enough because they're used to so much more. And it's just a very toxic situation until they can get help, healthy help, you know? And what Ash did was classic narcissist, dude. Like, Pikachu showed a little bit of independence, showed he could make friends, showed he could live without Ash, and Ash is to me like, peace, dude. Like, I got my other helpless Pokemon right here. They're right where I want them. In a Pokeball, not asking questions.
In their balls.
Mm-hmm.
Not asking questions. Yeah. Well, I think he was a little more emotional about it, but I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, I love the music mainly. I think that was one of my favorite parts about this episode.
There was some
just
good,
the background music.
There was some good
Pikachu
music.
meets the other Pikachus. Even when Team Rocket came, they had a little bit of a different feel to it. The music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a big music guy, so I love that.
But even
I
that
love the background music. I love the montage.
even that montage though, like a lot of the clips were just like Pikachu hurting Ash, you know, and Ash being upset.
It's their story.
Yeah.
It's their story. Yeah. I mean, it's their story. He probably treasures those moments, right? Because it's kind of led them to where they are today.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. An abusive, toxic relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shall I tell you all the encounters?
Yeah, please. I'm ready to hear all one of them.
Pikachu.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Which one are you choosing?
That's... I don't care. I guess the little one, so I can start grooming it.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't care. They were all the same to me. The only one that was kind of set apart was the baby one. Other than that, everyone else, like, they didn't really have... The other Pikachus didn't really have a personality. They just had a group mentality.
Mm-hmm. There was a fat one I kind of enjoyed.
Oh, okay. But I'm not surprised.
But I'd probably pick the one that almost drowned. You know, it probably wasn't an accident.
That was the big one.
It probably was an accident. He was probably like actually trying to escape the cult, the Pikachu cult, and death was the only way it knows how.
Wait, he was on the tree and the twig snapped.
I think he stood on that weak tree on purpose. I think he knew which branches were sturdy and not. Have you seen The Incredibles?
Oh my goodness.
You know? How are you going to sue me for saving your life? I didn't want to be saved. I feel like it's like one of those situations.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was ridiculous.
Alright, guys. And,
What's your
what's my rating?
Yeah.
I give it a 4. 4 Pika powers, dude. Like, I said it was above average and I meant it. What really? Okay, like, I definitely had some problems with it, man. Like, I know the Pikachu jumping out of the net was, like, nostalgic, dude, but I can't get behind that Team Rocket scene. The river scene was completely ridiculous and out of place for me. This is another one of those episodes. They could have had a really good episode. I mean, like, they have to do a fan service to Pikachu. You know, he's their biggest seller. You know, like, he's really what pulls the kids in. He's most of all, he's a unisex Pokemon. Boys and girls can get behind Pikachu. So I understand why this episode needs to exist. And I feel like they were on to something and probably just could have executed a little better to produce a really good episode. But even so, this backbone they have, this like the foundation, I feel like is pretty good, pretty strong. You know.
Okay. When you said a little above average, I thought you were gonna go like 3. But I was thinking the whole time, I was like, not the whole time, but towards the end, I said, this is definitely a 4 for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that you agree with me, because I thought you would go lower. But I'll go with 4 rock sweat drops.
Oh.
And honestly, I just think it was a different episode. It wasn't very much similar to any of the other episodes we've seen. And honestly, I'm not a huge Pikachu fan. I wasn't like a huge fan of this Pikachu group or anything like that. But I think it was just the story was well done. It didn't really matter what Pokemon they were using for this story. I think I would have liked this episode either way. If this had been like a Bulbasaur group or a Squirtle group or Pidgeotto, whatever, like I wouldn't have cared. I think I just liked the story. I thought it was cute. Loved the music. And honestly, the music is what bumped it up a lot for me too. So I'll give it a 4, just like you.
Without that 80s ballad, it probably would have been a 3, honestly. Little 80s mantra.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But I agree though. Literally, you could put almost any Pokemon there, and it would have been a good story. Except for maybe Starmie.
Oh.
I don't know if I could get behind the
That would have been weird.
as they're communicating. Or maybe I could, I don't know.
That would have been my favorite episode.
As they're all like communicating.
Yeah, your mom walks through the door. What are you doing? Listen, what are you watching here? It's not porn, Mom. It's just Staryu.
Just Staryu.
I really like this next episode we're getting to, though. The Battling Eevee Brothers.
The Battling Eevee Brothers. Yeah, so next week's synopsis is chasing the path through the woods. The party comes across a tree baited with a plate of food and water. And Eevee is bound to the trunk with a string. Oh, I do remember this one. I remember this one. So, I mean, that's going to be good to nitpick. See some real toxic behavior next week, guys.
That's true. You will be what I want you to be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You ready to move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright.
So we'll be doing our next, what do we call it?
Next segment. Nothing is ever good enough.
Nothing is
Because
ever
nothing ever is or ever will be. Except Beedrill.
It's a Beedrill. Let's keep that in mind, guys. We don't want to forget that.
Yeah.
We can't stop saying that. It's in our contract.
Don't ask why we can't. Contractually.
And today's contestant is Clefairy.
Clefairy.
And we call it Clefairy line, even if there is a baby, because babies don't really count when it comes to evolution.
Yeah,
when it comes to
they're not even real people in real life.
They're not even real. But I guess we can start with Cleffa.
Oh yeah, let's start with Cleffa.
I guess we can start with Cleffa. How does Cleffa say their name? It can't be as charming as Clefairy.
Cleffa.
It's just like Cleffa.
Oh my.
Oh, jeez. That's hilarious.
What have I done?
What are you doing?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Bro,
What have I
what?
done? Don't worry, it's not real.
Oh my gosh, thank goodness. I was like, I hate this. I hate everything about this line. It's a 0.
It's not real. Cleffa's a pretty boring Pokemon. Very, 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 very simple. I think some babies have like a charm to them. I feel like Magby has like kind of this like magma brain thing on his head, it's like a black choker. You got a kid that's got like an electric plug on his head. Cleffa literally doesn't have anything to show that it's some kind of fairy or that it's a normal type or fairy type. You know, it has nothing really. Like if you saw this Pokemon in the wild, you just think, I don't know what type of Pokemon this is. This can literally be anything. You'd probably just settle on it being normal, which is what it was originally. It's just too boring. The arms don't make sense to me. I don't understand what's going there. Like, what happens with those arms? Did she move them, or are they just stuck to her face? The ears. I kind of like the
just
ears.
Like stuck like in the Home Alone position. Just for
yeah, just forever. And then, like, can it walk with those feet?
Right?
Can it? Because it doesn't look like you can walk. It looks like it's shaped like an arrowhead. It probably has to roll around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan. I don't like Cleffa.
I find it weird that Cleffa, like this whole line's like a fairy type. They're literally aliens. Like anything.
Right?
I guess they just need more fairy types.
Aliens.
Honestly, I'm not sure how Pokemon hasn't got...
Its name is Clefairy.
Yeah, true. It didn't have a choice. I feel like this is very, very, very close to Kirby. You know, this is probably just barely not getting a lawsuit.
It's close to Kirby, but without any of the charm.
Yeah. I don't like what they did with the ears. I'm assuming those are supposed to be because Clefairy's, the brown part is the ears. It looks like they're horns, you know, and you got the little like Elvis hair.
Yeah.
Have you seen Little Nicky?
Oh my gosh, so many years ago, I don't really remember.
It reminds me like the demon with like the boobs on its head. It just got these 2 bumps for like no reason.
I'm gonna look this up. A demon
from Little Nicky.
From Little Nicky. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. Oh goodness. Oh no.
Oh no.
I need to stop. I can't stop.
What have I done?
I can't look away. Okay.
Yeah, there's not really
I'm
much.
gonna have nightmares tonight. Then keep going.
Yeah.
Not much to.
It's so plain, you know, and the things they try to do to make it stand out just don't work. The way this body is shaped, it looks like it's supposed to be on all fours, yet it walks around like a person. It's kind of weird, like Clefairy, it has feet, you know, but this one just has little like pigs. Although in this one picture has a foot. I just don't find this thing cute. I just don't. Yeah, I got nothing really else to add to this.
We're moving on to Clefairy.
Let's do it.
Back.
Probably an easier way to do that, but
Let's see. Oh gosh. Why does it have one tooth? It's like a pink hillbilly guy. Does it always have just one tooth?
I don't know.
I never noticed that. Did you look up Clefairy?
Yeah, this is Clefairy.
It literally has one tooth. Why? Is there any animal in the wild that has one tooth? To the left side of its face?
No.
Oh gosh. So, I feel like this Pokemon's kind of targeting girls. Do you think I'm right in that?
It's really hard to tell. This thing is just ugly.
Yeah, I would like to get a girl's perspective here, because I don't really think it's cute. Don't think it's even very feminine, other than it's pink. It looks like a balloon with arms and legs. And one tooth! Oh gosh. Honestly, I think Clefairy is my favorite of the evolution, and I don't like it.
Alright, I just messaged Katie to come on for like a couple seconds to give us a woman's opinion.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd appreciate that. What do you think of Clefairy before she comes?
Oh man, this thing is ugly, dude. It's still got the same hair. At least the ears look more like ears. The little parentheses around the eyes make them look nervous. Also beady-eyed. The rosy cheeks like it's blushing. It's not appealing. It's like pig pink. This one has like claws though, at least.
Do you think they were going for a pig when they started this thing? Like a pig fairy?
I assume, you know.
Yeah.
Like you put a pig nose on that thing, like it looks like a pig.
Yeah. It's the only thing missing. Even its tail is kind of curly.
And I'm telling you, like the way that body's designed, I think it was meant to be on all fours.
Yeah, it would definitely look better. This Pokemon would benefit from being what is it called? What is it called when they walk on all fours?
A quadruped or
Animals that walk on four legs. What's that called? Tetrapods.
tetrapods. Of course.
Okay. Of course. I think it's. I don't know. I feel like in the games, especially when you run into one, it was kind of exciting because they were kind of rare.
Mm-hmm.
And you would be like excited to catch it, and then you'd catch it, and then it'd go in your box, and you'd never use it again.
Yeah.
You'd never use it ever.
It's definitely one
You
of those Pokemon that just are meant to like fill the Pokedex.
Yeah. And in the game, you obviously want some Pokemon to be harder to catch, which is fine, you know? I spent all night, one night, looking for a Snubbull, trying to fill my Pokedex on Johto. And I found a shiny Magnemite before I ever found a Snubbull. Anyways. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about it. It's got a lot of the problems that Cleffa does. I mean, at least it has arms and legs, but the hair looks ugly. The ears I don't have that much of a problem with. I guess with Cleffa, you're right. It looked more like horns.
Mm-hmm.
These look like shoulder pads from the Super Saiyans. Those Super Saiyan shoulder pads.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why I like them. but
You
it
know?
doesn't have much going for
It also
it.
kind of bothers me. It's like egg shaped, you know. It's got like such a, and like it also kind of bothers me. Like the face is so far down his body. Like it typically, like anatomically, the eyes should be like between the ears, yet they're like significantly lower.
Yeah.
It makes it look like a simpleton, like retarded, dude.
Do you think you'd like it more if it was just like if it didn't have arms and legs and it's just a ball with ears?
I think it would be less ugly if they raised the face up to where like it's naturally supposed to sit in the body.
And then make the hair swirl go a little bit higher up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I feel like I would like this Pokemon if it rolled more than if it walked on two legs.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it knows rollout, right?
Probably, yeah.
All right, you ready to move on?
Yeah, I don't really have much to say about Clefairy. It's pink though. You notice that? That it's pink?
It is pink.
It is pink, yeah. Here's like a washed out pink. A Fable. Oh man. Man.
Katie said it looks cute because it's
See
round.
that?
Katie said it's cute because it's round and pink and looks squishy.
Okay, see, so girls do think it's cute. At least one girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Clefable's probably my favorite of the evolutionary line.
Hold on. You go ahead and talk. I'm gonna call my sister and see what she says
Oh yeah.
while you're talking.
Tell her to join the chat.
Yeah, that might be harder.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated.
Nope. Not answering. I don't know any of the other girls that like Pokemon. Ugh.
You know what? Your wife knows nothing about Pokemon. Let's get an unbiased opinion.
Yeah, she's probably putting the kids to bed right now.
Oh, just kidding.
She says I'm putting the baby down. Okay, here, I'm gonna text her. Hey, we are streaming right now, and we want a girl's perspective on Clefairy. Period. Do you think Clefairy is cute? Question mark? Okay, what are you gonna say about Clefable? It's supposed to be like the live Gengar, right?
Yeah, the live Gengar.
The living Gengar.
Even from like the spikes on the back and everything. He's actually my favorite of the three.
Oh yeah, there you go. Gengar's got his eyes pretty low too.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
she says not. She says not really. LOL. Okay.
The thing with Gengar though is its face is in the center, which makes it more appealing.
She said not really. LOL. Maybe when I was little, I thought it was cute. Even then, I much prefer Jigglypuff.
Yeah, same. The body, you see how I don't know if is there one available of all three. Okay. Ew. This one, you see how its face got smaller? That's horrible.
Bigger body, smaller face. That's how I like my Pokemon.
Okay. You see how in Clefairy okay, you see how they're completely on the side of the head for Cleffa?
Yeah.
And they're still on the side of the head for Clefairy. What makes Clefable a little more appealing is they're still on the side, but they're more angled up. Which means the face, as far down it is, doesn't look as awkward or as like noticeable. that it's so far down. Where's...
I wanna know why Clefable's tail is always hidden. Like, is there something special that Clefable can do with its tail? I feel like it's pretty big, but we never really see it. It's always hiding behind it. Does it ever use it? Does it use it for battle? Does it do anything with it?
I don't know.
Can it whip?
But you see how like the ears are more up?
Yeah.
The face
I get that.
the face looks more natural sitting there.
Yeah, I get that.
It actually has fingers, you know, and toes, which also appeal. I'm not sure what these little fins are for, or if they're just aesthetically there.
Maybe they're supposed to be fairy wings.
Maybe, but it just looks like a simpleton, dude. The way they did this face with the eyes and the parentheses.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Oh no. Being hypnotized again.
Yeah. What do you think?
Oh, it's pretty boring. I'm not. I don't think Clefable looks very good. I wouldn't want to use it on my team. I don't. This is a Pokemon I don't really like. I don't like anyone in the evolutionary line. I think I might like Clefairy a little bit more, just literally because it's fun to catch on the games. Other than that, I don't know, man. I just don't think it has anything going for it, really. I'm trying to see what I do like about it. I'd like to know what it uses its tail for. I'd like to know what those like wing spikes are on its back. Maybe if we got a little bit more on the show, maybe we will. I don't know. On how Clefable even fights. Is it just smack Pokemon around? Or does it actually
metronome. And then it uses
can
explosion.
Can it actually use the spikes on its back and its tail? I'd like to see that. I'd like to see it battle with those things. But as of now, I really don't really like anything about it. I'm trying to be lenient, but this is a Pokemon that could have just been deleted from the Pokedex. I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't even really want to go into its body type and what it does. This is just ugly. It's bad. It's misshapen too. I feel like. Nah. I'm good. We can delete this one.
Yeah. Does it have a Mega or anything?
No.
No?
No. I don't think it has anything else, actually. Thank goodness. The only thing it's got going is the baby form. That's the only thing they added to it. Well, if they were going for cute...
Yeah, bro.
This might be one of the ugliest Pokemon that they were going for cute.
I don't think I've caught a Clefable in Arceus yet. I see he's in there, though. What is that?
Cleffa. So in the Sword and Shield, you can Gigantamax any Pokemon, but there's only a few that were given like new forms when they Gigantamax. Most of them just look the same with a little smoke over their head. Yeah. You want to rate it, or should we find some DeviantArt?
You can rate it first. See what you
All right. I'm gonna give it half a foot. Just half. I'm not gonna give it a 0 because why? Because it's kind of fun to catch on the games, and I feel like feel like they could have done something with this Pokemon. It's not completely, utterly horrible, terrible where I would put it on my list of rotten Pokemon, but it's pretty close. I'll give it a half.
Half sounds about right for me too. Half a boob head.
Half a boob head. Oh no.
This Pokemon is literally just so anatomically just messed up.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the face. I hate where it sits in the body. It's like completely egg-shaped. It's weird.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and close that.
Yeah, please do. I think it's fair too. I think if I was just rating Cleffa, if I was just rating Clefairy, if I was just rating Clefable, I would probably give each and every one of them a 0.5. I don't think either one of them deserves more than that for me.
I'd probably give like the first two a 0.25 and then Clefable a 0.5.
No, yeah, that's fair. Well, comes to show, nothing's ever good enough.
Or ever will be.
Or ever.
Alrighty, man. How are you feeling about your rotten run?
I don't even remember where we left off. But we get so long.
Me either. I fell asleep.
Yeah, you did. I feel like I'm gonna have so many more episodes than you and your run. Because we're doing it just because we don't really play that long.
Yeah.
But oh, we left off on the ghost gym. We were having a lot of trouble with that.
That's
I don't really
right.
know. We don't really have a. I don't feel like we have room for a strategy because we don't really have any items that we can attach to our Pokemon.
No.
And we also don't have evolution possible yet.
It's one of those things where you're gonna have to go in, you know, like same level as the Ace Pokemon, and then just beat it by over leveling and overpowering it, you know.
Yeah.
Because the rule is you have to go in at the same level, you know. So now it's just a matter of smashing our face into their face until they give up.
Fair enough.
You ready to get started?
Well, take a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Catch you soon. Keep your bananas on your chin.
Thanks for joining. Give your partner those Nala eyes. Or us.
Oh. Did you also want to show... We can show it next time, but I didn't know if you wanted to show those pictures that Lethal Sports made of Raikou, Suicune, and Entei.
Oh, I didn't know he'd made any.
Oh, I sent them to you. Maybe you didn't get them.
Oh, what'd you send them on?
I sent them through text.
Oh.
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't answer. Maybe you just didn't get them. Alright, I'll send it through email. What is it? You want?
Yeah.
What's your email?
I haven't-
You want the Yahoo or the Gmail?
I haven't seen it.
Do you want Yahoo or Gmail?
Gmail. Yeah, we'll show it next time.
Okay. Oops.
Maybe next time he'll even be on when we show it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll catch you soon, guys.
Alright. Peace.